Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
This is a Scotch whiskey review coming your way. Johnny Walker High Rye. Interesting. It has piqued our interest every time we've seen it. So I grabbed the bottle today, looked it over. I realized it is not just a high rye recipe with Scotch, which let's go back to a little bit of history with Scotch. Scotch whiskey is made with malted barley. Generally, a single malt is just that, a single malt. This is a blend, as Johnny Walkers are. They're blended whiskeys. This one has rye and, stand by, wheat. I like wheated whiskeys a lot. So, it pushed me over the top enough to buy it. The price was...
I don't think it was horrible. 40, 35, 40?
42, 38 to 42, somewhere in that.
It was 30 to 100, somewhere in there.
Yeah, not a big deal. Yeah, it was it was around $40. And I was hoping it. I know high rye can be kind of rough, but Scotch, a blend with the Scotch, the malted barley, the rye, and the wheat, having a rye and a wheat mixed together intrigued me enough to spend my hard-earned money for you all for us to review this.
I'm interested to see what you think of the nose.
Yeah? Okay, we're going to roll it a little bit.
For me, it's very, I'm not going to say what smells like it, but it's very, very dainty. It's very delicate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to...
It's like wheat.
Yeah.
Like hay. But not strong rye.
No.
Very honey.
No,
like
there is. There's that...
Honey Nut Cheerios.
That wheat characteristic is in there, which I'm surprised because I thought rye would be... It's such a dominant grain.
Well, in high rye, does that mean it's instead of 5%, it's 20%?
Right. And it doesn't
really say
break down the mash bill. It is a higher proof. A lot of your scotches are coming in at 80. This is... what did we say?
90
It was 90. Proof. It's 90 proof.
Which is good, I think.
It's a higher proof ABV. So
they say the nose is sweet wood spice, fresh cut fruit, and creamy vanilla. Out of those three, I get creamy vanilla. I'm not getting. Yeah, I get a little of that green apple at there.
I could see
now that it's opened up a little bit.
Green apple and that we've used this before, but with this characteristic, I could see it being that burnt vanilla like creme brulee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, it's got the nutrition facts.
Oh, it's very nutritious for you.
Yeah, it turns out it's very good for you. Builds strong muscles. 110 calories.
Per pour?
I'll burn that drinking it.
Man.
When you're an athlete like me, my metabolism is just working.
Metabolism.
I'm not even drunk.
More. No. Just words are hard.
Yeah, sometimes. Probably a mild little, brain bleed or something.
Could be. You'll be all right.
All right, I'm ready to try it.
I like the nose.
It's got a great, like I said, soft, delicate.
It is. And I think there's a...
I am getting a little more of the fruit now.
Yeah. Green apple.
Yeah.
I like the vanilla and...
I get like a hay, but not like hay, like a wheat, not wheat.
I think it's got a creme brulee note to it.
Yeah, it's like a... Come on, come to me. Come to me. It's like a... Yeah, I don't know. Creme brulee is good. That's probably as best as I can do. Sugary, caramely kind of... That's not caramel. No. It's like confection. Like almost like that, like cream cheese frosting or something.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Like that candy confectionery. Anyways.
Yeah, nice color, good legs. It's decent. I mean, it's a blended Johnny Walker.
Most Johnny Walker products. I don't think I've had one that I've hated.
No.
Some are like okay, and some are really great. So I can't imagine this will be bad.
The very first note I got when I smelled it, it made me reminiscent of Johnny Walker Blue.
Wow. That means you've had enough Johnny Walker Blue to know what it smells like.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the bottle's almost empty.
I saw that.
It does though.
Does it?
Because I'm sure it's.
Oh, I'm sure it has all the
blends,
same,
but,
some of the same stuff.
Right on. Let's
all right,
give it a whirl.
Try. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. The initial sip.
I can't that's high rye. You get any rye?
The initial sip on that was very pleasant. It was very smooth,
buttery.
Yep, very buttery, creamy.
Coats the tongue well. Got a good amount of heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like the heat.
Yeah, there's a little heat in there that, but it doesn't. It's not that stinging kind of heat.
Mm-mm. I get like the dried fruits, like the dark cherry, kind of creme brulee esque.
Mm-hmm.
More so on the nose, but it's harsher on the palate.
Yeah,
that part for me, like dried fruit, like
yeah. There's a quite a bit of dried fruit characteristic.
That's got a good flavor.
It's decent, and it's the heat for me. I just on the second sip was on the back, the finish.
Yeah.
The heat was on the finish at 90 proof. It's fairly. It's got a little bit of warmth to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really hot, but
it's got good heat. I think it's got good heat. Yeah. And we're bourbon guys, so we like the higher proofs anyways.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we'll have an Irish or a Scotch, and it's the 80 proof. It's like
it feels like
a little hotter.
Yeah,
you know? But
that's pleasant. I'm actually
very good. Yeah, I think it's a good price for what you're getting.
I'm pretty pleased. I'm gonna splash a little water.
Oh, living on the edge. That's a good idea though, because it's a 90 proofer.
See if the water brings out that rye. I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I don't feel like it's that high of a rye.
I know they're saying high rye, but
high rye to them, what's that?
Correct, because they use
some rye because they don't ever use rye. Maybe
right, because it's a malted barley. Scotches are traditionally a malted barley. Single malts obviously are just. I didn't notice
a change on the nose.
Me neither. Yeah, it was basically the same.
I think I liked it with more of the heat.
I think I agree with you.
It didn't make it worse necessarily. Like, I'm not getting more rye. I don't know if you are, but it just subdued some of that dried fruitness. Like the darker fruiting. Like,
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It softened it.
It did.
In a way where the fruit notes that were dominant before dissipated. Yeah.
So it's more like a honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of like a honey, grassy finish. Not grass is the wrong word. I can't think of things are hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely got some sweetness.
Yeah, I like it better without the water. So the higher
proof they did a pretty good job blending it themselves.
Those master blenders.
My change didn't make it better, which is weird.
Yeah.
Typically, I make everything better.
Typically.
You're my pal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You sure do.
That's true. Decent product.
Yeah, it's good. I'd pick it up for sure. Especially if you like Johnny Walker products. Mm-hmm. Definitely another one to add to your collection. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not like a American rye where it's just punch you in the face.
Right, and you add the water and it's just got that grassy note.
Yeah.
There's
not even any pepper.
No.
So I'd almost say if you like those ryes, because I know people do, I do, I wouldn't pick that up necessarily. It doesn't match that profile of a high rye that I would think of as a high rye or rye whiskey.
If you're thinking, if you're thinking being a rye drinker, if you're a rye drinker and you want to branch into a Scotch, and Johnny Walker's been around forever, but you're not going to get the rye notes that you know.
And you might be able to pick them up better than us, though.
Yeah, some people's palates
are more. I don't sip a whole lot of rye. I do every here and there, but
that's not bad. I'm okay.
I recommend it.
I would too. I'm okay.
Don't add water though.
I wouldn't. I'm happy with that purchase.
As you should be.
I'll add it. To
2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's good. I'll keep it. Yeah, well, the other one I wasn't as pleased with.
No.
But you know what? It's what we do. We buy whiskeys. We try them.
Hopefully save you some money.
Yeah.
If your palate seems to be the same as ours, you'll know that, no, they don't like it. I'm not going to like it.
I'm not spending my money on it. Buy this, see if you like it. And there we go.
Good.
Yeah, I like it. I'd give it a thumbs up.
It in my correction.
Yeah. Decent. It says high rye, but it's not there.
No.
And the wheat's kind of, you can smell there's some wheat notes in there too.
It just tastes like a good scotch.
Yeah, it does.
A non-peated good scotch, like a Highland scotch.
Yeah, there's no peat in there that I can tell.
But I think the rye makes it less scotchy again, less of the green fruit, more of the dark fruit.
Yeah.
But not like you typically get in a scotch.
Right.
That makes sense. There's a sweetness to it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Decent whiskey.
My 2 cents.
There you go. We hope this has helped you decide whether or not you want to try Johnnie Walker High Rye, coming at 90 proof.
I'm glad you finally bought it.
I am too.
It's pretty good.
It's decent. We'll wrap this video up. As always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons any way you like. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.